Dear students, welcome to my classroom. In previous class, we discussed about the fundamentals of statistics like grouped data, ungrouped data, frequency, like that. And also, we learned how to find the mean in various methods. In direct method, mean of given data is equal to sigma fi xi by sigma fi, where xi is class marks of ith class. And in assumed mean method, mean of given data is equal to sigma a plus sigma fi di by sigma fi, where a is our assumed mean and di is the deviation of class mark of ith class from a. That is di is equal to xi minus a. And also in step deviation method, mean of given data is equal to a plus sigma fi ui by sigma fi into h, where h is the class interval of given data and ui is equal to xi minus a by h. Okay, students. So let us solve some problems in exercise 14.1 which are given to find mean of data. Okay, so let us start exercise 14.1. So first one is a survey was conducted by a group of students as a part of their environment awareness program, in which they collected the following data regarding the number of plants in 20 houses in a locality. Find the mean number of plants per house. And there is the table is given, number of plants and number of houses. So here the intervals are 0 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 6, 6 to 8, 8 to 10, 10 to 12, and 12 to 14. And the number of houses 1, 2, 1, 5, 6, 2, and 3. Okay. So here the class intervals are given in number of plants and the frequencies of given data are 1, 2, 1 like that. So as we know that when the values of class marks are large, then we have to find the mean by either assumed mean method or step deviation method, isn't it? But here the values of class marks are very low. That is class mark of 0 to 2 is 1 and class mark of 2 to 4 is 3. So as the class marks are low, we may choose the direct method. Okay. So let us find mean of the given data using direct method. So in direct method, we need 4 columns and first 2 columns are same as given in data. So number of plants, that is class intervals, number of houses, that is frequencies of class intervals. And the third row we have to take is class marks. So class marks of a class interval is equal to upper limit plus lower limit by 2. That is 0 plus 2 by 2. That is 2 by 2, which is equal to 1. And class mark of 2 to 4 is 4 plus 2 by 3. 4 plus 2 by 2, that is 3. And similarly, class mark of 4 to 6 is 5. Class mark of 6 to 8 is 7. Class mark of 8 to 10 is 9. Class mark of 10 to 12 is 11. And 12 to 4 is 13. And the fourth column is fi into xi. That is the products of fi and xi. So here 1 into 1 is 1. And 2 into 3 is 6. 1 into 5 is 5. 5 into 7 is 35. 6 into 9 is 54. 2 into 11 is 22. And 3 into 13 is 39. Now, the sum of these frequencies is denoted by sigma Fi is equal to 20. That is 3 plus 2, 5, 6, 11, 11, 5, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And the sum of the values of Fi is sigma Fi is equal to 162. This is the sum of all these values of Fi. Now, the mean of given data is sigma Fi by sigma Fi. Okay, this is the formula to find the mean in direct method. So here the value of sigma Fi is 162 and sigma Fi is 20. So that is 162 by 20, which is equal to 8.1. So the mean of given data is 8.1. That is the average number of plants per house. That is mean number of plants per house is 8.1. Okay. So let us take next one. Consider the following distribution of daily wages of 50 workers of a factory. Here the daily wages are given and the frequencies of the frequencies are number of workers are also given, and find the mean daily wages of the workers of the factory by using an appropriate method. Okay, so this is the question. So here we can notice that the values of class intervals are high. That is class mark of 200 to 250 is 225, and class mark of 250 to 300 is 275, like that. So by multiplicating by 225 and 275 are some risky. So we can choose either assuming mean method or step deviation method. Okay. So as mid values of classes are large, that is class marks are large, we can find mean of given data using assuming mean method. So let us take the first two columns as it is. So daily wages are class intervals and number of workers are frequencies of class intervals. And the third column is class marks. So class mark of 200 to 250 is 225. And similarly, class mark of 250 to 300 is 300 plus 250. That is 550 by 2, which is equal to 275. And class mark of 300 to 350 is 350 plus 300 is 650 by 2, which is equal to 325. And similarly, remaining two class marks are 375 and 425. And the fourth column in assuming mean method is DI, which is equal to Xi minus A. So that is, we have to take a class mark as assuming mean. Okay. So let us take the middle one in these class marks, that is 325 as assumed mean. Okay, here I am taking 325 as assumed mean. Now we have to find the deviations of the class marks from this assumed mean. That is, we have to find Xi minus A. That is 225 minus 325 is equal to minus 100, and 275 minus 325 is minus 50. So deviation of 325 from itself is 0. That is 325 minus 325 is 0. 375 minus 325 is 50. 425 minus 375 is, sorry, 425 minus 325 is 100. Now the fifth column is Fi into Di. That is the product of Fi and Di. 12 into minus 100 is minus 1200. 14 into minus 50 is minus 700. 8 into 0 is 0. And 6 into 50 is 300. 10 into 100 is 1000. Now the sum of Fi's is given by sigma Fi is equal to 12 plus 14, 26 plus 8, 34 plus 6, 40 plus 10, 50. That is sigma Fi is 50. And the sum of FIDIs is sigma FIDI is equal to minus 600. 1000 plus 300. 1300 minus 1200. 100 minus 700 minus 600. Okay. So sigma FIDI is minus 600. And now the formula to find mean in assumed mean method is A plus sigma FIDI by sigma Fi. Here the value of A is 325. Sigma FIDI is minus 600 and sigma Fi is 50. So substitute these values in formula. 325 plus minus 600 by 50. So as we know, 600 by 50 is 12. So we get 325 plus minus 12. That is 325 minus 12, which is equal to 313. So that is the mean daily wages of workers is 313 rupees. Okay. So take third one. The following distribution shows that daily pocket allowance of children of a locality. The mean pocket allowance is 18 rupees. So find the missing frequency F. So here the daily pocket allowances of children in a locality are given. So the class intervals are 11 to 13, 13 to 15, 15 to 17. That in that way they are given. And the frequencies, that is the number of children having daily pocket allowance between 11 rupees to 13 rupees is 7. And the number of children having pocket allowance between 13 rupees to 15 rupees is 6, like that. But in this table, one frequency is missed. So the one frequency is given as variable F. So we have to find the value of F in this table. Okay. So while solving this type of problem, so we have to choose only direct method. So by selecting deviation and step deviation method or assuming in method, the problem becomes very difficult. So we have to choose direct method. Okay. So take the table. So the first column is daily pocket allowances of children, that is class intervals. And second column is frequencies. And as we know, the third column is class marks, that is 13 plus 11 by 2 is 12. Okay. So, and we can easily say that the class marks is mid value of the given interval. So the value between 11 and 13 is 12. And similarly, value between 13 and 15 is 14. 15, 17 is 16. 17 to 19 is 18. 19 to 21 is 20. 21 to 23 is 22. As well as 23 to 24 is 24. Now, the products of Fi and Xi are 7 into 12, 84. 6 into 14 is also 84. 9 into 16 is 96. 18 into 13 is 234. and the product of F and 20 is 20 into F. Just we have to write 20F. That's all. And now the product of 5 into 22 is 110 and 4 into 24 is 96. Now sum of all these Fi's is 7 plus 6, 13, 13 plus 9, 22, 22 plus 3, 35, 35 plus 5, 40, 40 plus 4, 44, and F is there. So sum of all these frequencies is 44 plus F. So sigma Fi is 44 plus F, and the sum of Fi into Xi is, so by adding all these values we get sigma Fi Xi is 752 plus 20 F. Okay. So as given in the problem, the mean of given data is 18 rupees. Okay. So mean of given data is sigma Fi Xi by sigma Fi, but mean is given that 18. So this implies 18 is equal to sigma Fi Xi by sigma Fi is 752 plus 20F by 44 plus F. So by solving this equation, we get the value of F. And by cross multiplication, 18 into 44 plus F is equal to 752 plus 20F. And from this we can write 18 into 44 is 792 plus 18 into F is 18F. And on RHS is same. Now 20F minus 18F is equal to 792 minus 752. That is, we are transforming both 18F and 752. So from this, 2F is equal to 40 and F is equal to 40 by 2, which is equal to 20. So the missing frequency F is 20. Okay. So let's take the next one. 30 women were examined in a hospital by a doctor, and their heartbeats per minute were recorded and summarized as shown. Find the mean heartbeats per minute for these women choosing a suitable method. So here the number of heartbeats per minute were given, and the frequencies, that is number of women, are also given. Okay, just we have to choose a suitable method. So here the class marks are very high, that is 66.5. So multiplication by 66.5 is so some difficult for us. So we have to choose either step deviation method or assuming mean method. Okay. So take the first two columns as given in data. So the third column is must one for every method, which is class marks. So the class mark of 65 to 68, that is 68 plus 65, that is 133 by 2 is 66.5. And similarly, class mark of 68 to 71 is 69.5. So by adding class interval to class marks, we get the remaining class marks, that is 69.5 plus 3 is 72.5, and the next class marks are 75.5, 78.5, 81.5, and 84.5. Now take di is equal to xi minus a. So where a is assumed mean. So let us take the middle one in this class marks, that is 75.5 as assumed mean. Now count the deviations of class marks from this assumed mean. That is 66.5 minus 75.5 is minus 9. And 69.5 minus 75.5 is minus 6. And similarly 72.5 minus 75.5 is minus 3. And the remaining deviations are 0, 3, 6, 9. Now the fifth column is Fi into Di. So in assuming mean method, the fifth column is Fi into Di. That is the product of Fi's into Di's. 2 into minus 9, minus 18. 4 into minus 6, minus 24. 3 into minus 3, minus 9. 8 into 0 is 0. 7 3s are 21. 4 6 are 24. 2 9s are 18. And now sum of all these frequencies is 2 plus 4, 6 plus 9, 12 plus 8, 20 plus 7, 27 plus 4, 31 plus 2, 2 plus 4, 6, 3, 9, 8, 17, 7, 24, 4, 28 plus 2, 30. And here plus 24 minus 24 will be cancelled, and 18 plus 18 minus 18 will be cancelled. And now remains with 21 minus 9, which is equal to 12. So the sum of values Fi Di's are 12. That is sigma Fi Di is 12. And now the mean of given data is in assuming mean method. The formula to find the mean is A plus sigma Fi Di by sigma Fi. Now A is 75.5, sigma Fi Di is 12, and sigma Fi is F. So substitute the value in formula 75.5 plus 12 by 30. So as 12 by 30 is equal to 0.4, the sum is equal to 75.9. That is, the mean heartbeats per minute of taken women is 75.9 beats per minute. Okay. So take the next one. In a retail market, fruit vendors were selling oranges kept in packing baskets. These baskets contain varying number of oranges. That is not equal in each basket. Okay. The following was the distribution of oranges. So number of oranges and the number of baskets containing these number of oranges are given. Find the number of oranges kept in each basket. Which method of finding the mean did you choose? Okay. So here the class intervals are not so high, but let us solve a problem in step deviation method. Okay. So in step deviation method, we need the length of each class interval. So it is denoted by H. As the given classes are inclusive classes, that is, here the upper boundary of first interval is 14 and the lower boundary of second interval is 15. So that is, these type of classes are called inclusive classes. So for inclusive classes, the length of class interval is the difference between two consecutive upper boundaries or two consecutive lower boundaries. Okay, that is 15 minus 10 or 19 minus 14, like that, which is equal to 5. So the length of class interval is 5. And now the first two columns are same as given in data. Number of oranges, which are class intervals, and the number of baskets, which are frequencies. And the third one is class marks. So class marks of 10 to 14 is 14 plus 10 by 2, that is 24 by 2, which is equal to 12. And 19 plus 40, 15. 34 by 2 is 17. So that is class marks is increasing by 5. So we can write remaining class marks very easy. 22 plus 5, 27 plus 5, 32, like that. And the fifth column is ui is equal to xi minus a by h. So we have to choose a class marked as assumed mean. So here we have 22 is in middle one. So we can choose 22 as assumed mean. Okay. So while counting the values of ui, we must be keen xi minus a by h. That is 12 minus 22 minus 10 by h is we have 5. Okay. So 12 minus 22 minus 10 by 5 is minus 2. The second one, 17 minus 22 is minus 5 by 5, minus 1. And 22 minus 22, that is 0 by 5 is 0. Similarly, 27 minus 22, that is 5 by 5 is equal to 1. And similarly, the last one is also equal to 2. Now, the fifth column is fi into ui. Okay, that is the product of values of fi and ui. 15 into minus 2 is minus 30. 110 into minus 1 is minus 110. 135 into 0 is 0. 115 into 1 is 115. And 25 into 2 is 50. Okay. So now the sum of all these fi's by calculating, we get sigma fi is equal to 400. This is here the 400 is sum of all these frequencies. And now sum of the values of fi into ui is given by sigma fi ui is equal to 25. Now the mean of given data. So the formula to find the mean in step deviation method is a plus sigma fi ui by sigma fi into h. Okay. So where a is 22, that is assumed mean we have taken, and sigma fi ui is 25, and sigma fi is 400, h is equal to 5. So by substituting all these values, we get a is 22 plus sigma fi is 25, sigma fi is 400 into h. So we have 5 80s are 400. So 22 plus 25 by 80. But 25 by 80 is equal to 0.3125. Okay. So this one is equal to 22 plus 0.3125, which is equal to 22.3125. That is the mean number of oranges kept in each basket is 22. That is around 22 oranges are arranged in each basket. So average of number of oranges in each basket is 22.3125. Okay, students, that's all for today. And in next class, we may solve remaining problems in this exercise. Until then, see you. Bye.